So Urijah, you can bounce whenever you got it, but you're cool to hang out a little bit with Matt Serra as well?
Okay. Oh, I love Serra, man. That guy's the best, man.
Yes. That's even where...
I'll stay on just to say hello. And, hey, what's up, Dad?
What the hell's going on? It's a party in this.
Oh, we got a party.
Yeah, we got a party. Waiting on Callie to wake up, but oh, she's awake? Okay. Let me finish this up, guys, and I'll play with you guys.
So real quick, you're right. Another question I have for you, right? So you fought Aldo at like technically like more his weight class at 145. So now in your realm 135, and you guys are both WC, UFC veterans. I would love to see that fight run back. I know.
Yeah, you know what? We had
the
talked
question's
about
not
doing
would
that
you
fight.
fight him? It's like when.
Yeah, right. I mean, Aldo is one of he's probably my toughest fight I've ever had. I mean, I was at a great time in my career. He was at a great time in his career. And I was like, the first time I felt like I was matched with somebody that had the same athleticism and speed with a skill set that, you know, I wasn't prepared to take with those leg kicks. I mean, I knew they were going to hurt, but I didn't know how debilitating they were going to be. I mean, that is one that could possibly happen. We had talked about doing it, as he was dropping down to 135 between his coach and my coach. But, at the end of the day, you know, I think what the UFC is trying to do is put the old bucks against the new bucks and try to build some new stars, which, you know, I like that too. I want to be in this fight game to test myself if I'm going to do it. I want to be able to go against the guy that everyone thinks is the killer and see how I do. I mean, that's kind of my MO in this game. And, you know, I like Aldo a lot, man. He's someone that I respect a lot. I wouldn't, of course, be against it per se, but it'd have to make some sense. But when you're talking about the fight with him and Yan, I didn't realize he was only 33 years old. There's a lot to be said about the guy that really, really, really wants it. And the question is, does Aldo have that back? And I've seen it a little bit. I think he had such a bad taste in his mouth after the notorious knockout, which you can't say it's luck because Conor had done that prior, but it was definitely bad luck for Aldo because it never happened to him prior. So I'm hoping that he's reinvigorated and we see the best Jose Aldo out there against Yan, because at 33, I know I felt amazing at 33.
Yeah. But like Matt, you 33. Like
Jose Aldo's 33?
Yeah.
Holy shit, me no. Are you sure? Some of these Brazilians lie about their fucking ages.
That's what I said.
It's true. Fucking true.
You got the twins over here.
There's that, and every fighter only has so many rounds, whether it's training or in actual fights.
That's a hard 33. I'm just saying.
Yeah. He's been in some wars. But Matt Serra, the Long Island legend, welcome to Menace and the Man finally.
Nice to see you guys.
Hey, before I bounce out, guys, Serra, how's the gym reopen? What's going on with you?
Shit, man. I mean, it's funny. It's not funny at all. I closed down one of my schools. I had to do it. And now I got one still beautiful school. And I'm just waiting on the fucking government to give me the okay, dude. How is it in Cali? Are they allowing you guys to go near each other or what?
They let gyms open back up. And then, you know, we're just being cautious with stuff. We're taking temperatures and having questionnaires at the front. I mean, a lot of the jiu-jitsu gyms just opened up, like, put boards under the door. So we waited probably about 2 months after, you know, all of our members were going other places. And now we've just had our first class yesterday, and it was, you know, a good turnout. And we're just being cautious, trusting people to police themselves and use good sanitation. They're saying that, you know, this is the new normal. This thing's out there. And it's mostly risky to the 85-year-olds and above, and people with pre-existing stuff, but we can't stop living. So we're not going to take that away from people. We're going to be very cautious, but move forward.
Well, dude, best of luck with that with you, man, because I know how it is. I've been very frustrated lately. I mean, my other school, I mean, I had the same landlord for 19 years. I mean, I transferred over the Parkway with the same guy, same company. It's still, man, like every month I'm not open. I'm still getting a $10,000 bill added onto my fucking existing. Every month is $10,000. I'm like, dude, I'm not even open. I'm not legally allowed to be in there, but I'm still getting charged. I felt like I'm bending over every month, so I'm just like, fuck this. My other guy I deal with is I have another landlord that's really good dude. He knows what the fuck's going on, and he's working with me. So I gotta at least listen, man. I got a home.
Is the government working with you guys with your gyms at all?
I got that fucking loan. I don't know about you, Urijah. Well, I don't know. I guess that's a no. We lost him. Oh no, he's back. I got that PPL, whatever the fuck loan it was. But I got a loan. But I got the loan.
You got to spend it. You can't be open.
You say it again.
I mean, with the PPP loan, it's super special. You have to spend it in 8 weeks, and we can't be open. So you got to spend it on what? Otherwise, you got to pay it back. So it's kind of a weird thing.
It is a weird thing, man. My biggest thing was the rent. Like it's only, you can only use 25% of that for rent, and you could use it for payroll. I didn't lay any of my guys off. I got a handful of guys underneath me that work for me. I didn't lay nobody off since this thing happened. So I could use it for that, but I can't use it for my rent between both schools. It's like $21,000 a month, man. Go fuck yourself. You're not letting me do business. My businesses wasn't hurting. My schools were never been busier. So it's really, it's some weird shit going on, Urijah. We'll get through it though, buddy.
I mean, there's some real weird things going on. I mean, I did that thing yesterday. I don't know if you guys have done it yet, where you type in any number at all.
The John Jones thing?
You guys there?
Yeah.
My wife told me that.
You type in, and I did it last night for 35 minutes.
Any number.
Any number at all. And it brings you to a news article or something about COVID. Like any number at all, like 625 new cases, and put the new cases behind it, and it has a bunch of stuff that populates. Any number at all, like from 4 numbers. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? There's some weird shit going on, dude.
It is. It's deeper than just trying to protect the people.
Yeah.
And, you know, once I don't trust the statistics. I got a buddy that's a doctor. His brother is a doctor, and I trust the guy. He told me that in the hospital, a guy could die of in a car accident, but if he got tested and he had COVID, it would be listed as a COVID death. So I mean, once I don't trust the statistics, I don't trust anything.
Well, not only that, I read the CDC thing, and it said basically if there's a suspicion that they may have had it, you can still mark it down, and then there's a pay that happens. So I mean, look, the thing's real, absolutely. I mean, so's the flu, so's, deaths in swimming pools. That's one of the biggest deaths reviews. You got to be cautious, but at the end of the day, it's like, guys, we can't stop living, man. We can't stop living.
Yeah, it's.
But hey, guys, man. I got to rock and roll. It was great talking to you. I'm glad we
awesome having you on. Let's get your guys on soon.
Good to see you.
You let me know who you want. I'd like to get Josh on, man. You guys
awesome.
From Josh.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Urijah, you said that last time. I'm definitely going to have Menace slide in your DMs.
Okay. Let's do it.
Talk to you soon,
brother. Thanks, man.
Hey, Urijah. We just had Josh Emmett on UFC Unfiltered the other day. Stud.
Oh, yeah.
Good guy. Fuck yeah, man. I like how Dennis looks up like in the fucking Brady Bunch. You're looking up at the squares. You're freaking me out, Dennis, with that.
Well, my camera.
Am I supposed to look down at you now and be like,
No, I could do this, but then like my backdrop isn't as good.
No, it's good, but it looks like you're actually looking up at the square, like in the Brady Bunch.
That's my workout.
Tell me if it's too dark in here, man, but.
No, you're good. I see the background.
I'm having a good time, man. Yeah, it's my fucking. Should I blur it out? It's my goddamn bedroom.
That's your unfiltered setup.
Yeah, so
exactly my bedroom.
I have had. Hey, so Matt, you've been like at work and stuff like that. People like Matt closed down his gym. I'm like, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird, man. My Levittown spot.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing because you have the nostalgia of being there and everybody's But this is the thing. I opened up my school. I had my first school in 2001.
That was Huntington?
That was Levittown. That was East Meadow. That's right down the block from the one that I shut down. So 2001, I've been there. I mean, that was a little 1,500 square foot place. I moved over the Wantua Parkway to the one you've seen. I mean, that's after I opened up Huntington. And that was a little bit bigger than my East Meadow spot. And
then
I
upstairs and downstairs in Huntington.
Well, at first it was just an upstairs.
Okay.
So in 2001, had my first spot in East Meadow. Within 6 months, I opened up my second spot in Huntington. Then I upgraded Huntington after I did so well with the fights.
Which one do you live closer to?
I live right in the middle. I'd say Levittown a little bit closer because I live,
Okay.
I live a little bit closer than that. But so then I upgraded Huntington to a beautiful school. It was right next door to the school I had over there. And then I ended up lastly like 10 years ago, actually. I moved East Meadow right over the Wanto Parkway to the Levittown School, which just last week or July 1st is officially done. So listen, man, it's a weird thing. It's probably going to be a better thing in the long run, or not even that long a run. I mean, I don't need to have two schools. I'm fine with one, concentrating on, because I always noticed one school would suffer because one school becomes more the cool spot, and then the other school I got to try to, and trying to staff both schools. I mean, I've been doing it for so long that it's going to be a relief to put everything. Hey, listen, man, I got a 12,000 square foot beautiful academy. You've been to Huntington. It's a beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I've been to both spots.
Yeah, man. So,
dude, like Levittown was like, in my eyes, was more of like on Tuesday nights around 6 p.m. It was going down. Everybody on Long Island who's a bad motherfucker jiu-jitsu was there. Yeah.
Well, now they're going to be in Huntington, so I can't really. You ever see the end of? I like to do the analogy of Thor Ragnarok. You ever see that fucking thing? You ever see that movie? No. Where you been, man? What are you guys, fucking grown-ups? Who am I talking to?
Can you fill in for me?
But anyway, listen, you guys. Well, listen, you'll follow me with this. It's a fun one if you're into that. Even if you're not, it's the fun movie. But anyway, at the end, Thor's planet of Asgard is getting fucked up, blown up. All right. All the Asgardians are depressed. Home. But actually, home is where the people are and whatnot. So that's kind of the message. If you had a boo button, I'd press it now. Not really kidding. But listen, listen, my people, they're going to be with me. When I was coming up on Renzo Gracie, we went from his original academy, which was a nice academy with his partner, Craig Kukuk, to a kung fu place that we had to put down the folding mats between their fucking staff, fucking training and everything, and pick them up when we're done. We were above a methadone clinic. I went where Renzo went. So, I'll be fine, dude. I just didn't see paying that nut every month where it's like, all right, we'll work with you. You can pay this off over 24 months, but you still owe us $30,000. And I'm not even allowed to be in the building. So it's like, fuck that, man.
Because now that guy's an idiot. Because now he's getting $0. Nobody's going to fill that spot for
a minute. Yeah.
Who knows how long?
You know what, man? It's something.
He's an idiot. He's a greedy. You know what? He's probably like Matt Serra. He's got so much money. Let me just keep. He's an idiot.
I like how people confuse me with Dana White in that sense. They see me on the show with him and they think I'm the guy with the.
Well, that's what people think. People think I have a lot of money. I'm like, dude.
Nah, man.
My ceiling is high. I don't know.
We gotta, work with what we got.
Yeah.
I don't want to complain too much. That shit really bothered me. It's bothering me that we're not able to open up like in New York. I really do think it's like political shit. I do.
100%. 100%.
If they're going to be looking, that's another thing I thought about. Like, all right, let's see, these motherfuckers are looking just to push this to the elections and like till after the elections or something. And then what? Now I'm going to owe this guy $80,000. I'm not allowed to, you know what I mean? So it was a decision I had to make fucking fast.
Yeah.
And another thing that made me make that decision was, let's say we reopen. Now these motherfuckers closed this down once. It never happened before in history. Do they think they could do this again when the next fucking Killer Hornets come out next or whatever the fuck comes out? You know what I mean? Stay indoors. You have to.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. It's scary times, man. It's like a bad Stephen King movie.
When it first hit, it was, very real and work. Like for me at work was like a sketchy thing. I was like, okay, I still clean my hands a lot, but I was like hyper cleaning my hands, wearing the mask and like just in my head, like I'm an athlete. I've got good cardio. Like I'm like the last guy it's gonna hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because some guys it hits hard. some people it doesn't hit that hard. So it's a fucking weird thing going on.
Like
but most people, I don't know, man. If you look at the statistics, first of all, I don't believe the statistics from that story I just told you. But like, if you look at the statistics of car crashes, dude, you're not going to go near a fucking car. We got to live our lives, man. We got to live our fucking lives. Most people, what is it, 99.6 or whatever it is, surviving it? Come on, man. It's usually not attacking kids. The flu kills kids. Yes. I'm not, it's a weird thing. You don't want to be insensitive because I know my wife lost her aunt. Her aunt also was 90 years old, smoked cigarettes. So it's like, the fuck, man,
Anything that gotten her was going to,
I mean, that's a good run. So if it takes out, I mean, Italy got hit hard, but, who was it in Italy? And everybody points out the one case of a young guy that had it. And
well, Italy's like the oldest. Italy has like the oldest per capita. Italy's like one of the oldest countries, age-wise.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there you go, man.
Because
is it too dark in here? Tell me the truth. I can put the light on.
What'd you say, Menace?
Go ahead. I was going to say, is it too dark in here?
No.
All right, you're cool. All right, just making sure.
Nah. I mean, what are you sipping on there, Matt?
What is this? A fucking some kind of German beer.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna take We're gonna take care of you, Matt. We're gonna
listen, man.
Have you ever been to Great South Bay, Matt? It's a brewery in Bay Shore.
Nah, dude, I'm not a huge beer guy, but I'll tell you, that's the one thing the quarantine's been. A couple of things it got me doing is I've been drinking I've never been a beer drinker, but I've been having at least one or two a day. So that's nice. And I've been bike riding, which I don't normally do. But I do that with the family. Now, Longo's trying to get a bike. You can't even get a bike on Long Island.
I've been trying to get a bike. Menace bought a bike. He's like, come bike ride. I don't got a bike. I can't buy a bike.
It's fun.
Matt, I bought a bike off one of your students. I couldn't tell you his name. I'll tell you I can't think of it off. But this guy was selling a bike. So I bought like a $3,000 bike, but I bought it used for $1,600. And I hit the guy up on Let Go.
Yeah.
And right away he's like, I know you. I'm like, oh, sick. He's like, I'll give you $50 off. So I'm like, all right, cool. So it turns out he's like, I know Jason Rao. And I was like, oh man, here we go.
Who is he? Did he take care
I'd
of him?
have to go onto my thing and find him. Well built dude.
Okay. Nice guy. Did he do the right thing by you?
Yeah, the bike's a $2,900 bike. He gave it to me for $1,600.
What are you doing? You doing like
I'm getting after
it on his Instagram? Are you hitting those trails? What are you doing?
I'm getting after it, man. Hang on, Long Island's got some really serious trails.
Yo,
yeah,
Matt,
go ahead.
You got to go look at his last post.
Fuck off!
What'd you wipe out?
No,
I hit this jump, but like when you look at the video, it's like, oh, sick jump, dude.
I got like 1 feet of air on that.
It was
That's
wild.
like sometimes when you're in it, it's different. Yes. And when I did the thing on the last Looking for a Fight with Dana, we had to jump off a cliff. It was only like 30 something feet up. 30. It wasn't too far.
Yeah.
Like when you're looking at it, it's like that's. But when you're up there looking down, you're like, oh boy.
Yes.
So fucking, it's one of those things probably.
So how'd you even get on Looking for the Fight with Dana? Like I know obviously, you guys are boys, but
yeah. That was great, man. I mean, I'm really lucky in a sense,
right?
Yeah, dude. Matter of fact, I'm headed out to Abu Dhabi in like a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll be doing the next one there. So that's gonna be fun. I don't know if that's supposed to be a surprise, but hey, surprise! Listen, everybody's
is Dean going?
Of course, Dean Thomas.
Yeah.
Me and Dean Thomas. The world needs our interracial bromance right now.
Yes.
That's gonna save the world. But, dude, I stepped in shit with that show. I'll tell you. It was, Dana called me up and it was supposed to be, the premise was, they were going to follow him around and each, the same thing it was now where people don't know what Dana White Looking for a Fight is. It's us, me, Dana, and Dean Thomas. And we go to, different states or even countries within Mexico and we look for upcoming fighters at smaller events. And when we do that, we hit the restaurants and we do a wacky activity from bull riding to stand-up comedy in LA to dog sledding in Alaska. So that's swimming with fucking sharks, jumping off cliffs. So I don't know.
You're perfect for that show.
What's that?
You're perfect for that show.
But it's funny, man, Dennis, when they first asked me to do it, that was the premise. But he goes, each time he was going to bring a different fighter. Okay. So I was going to be just for the pilot to try to, bring it around. Oh. So I did that show. And when I did it, I got into an argument on the pilot with some goofy fucking ring announcer. And I ended up cursing a guy. And it was funny because, right, we were with Evander Holyfield, who's a real religious guy. And the producer, this little guy, Rory, he's like, look, whatever you do, he's like, don't curse. Evander, Mr. Holyfield's very religious. He doesn't like, foul language or whatever.
I'm from.
So then it ended up, whatever, man. There was a fight and this announcer was supposed to be, you're the end. It's almost like Bruce Buffer out yelling shit when the fight's going on. So the guy was yelling shit and we got into an altercation of a verbal altercation there. And I ended up, dropping some F-bombs and shit. So it's funny. So I went up to the producer afterwards.
All right.
And he's got a very slight lisp. And I go, hey, Rory, man. I go, look, dude, I'm sorry about that in front of Amanda. He goes, Matt, are you kidding me? That was TV gold. So I knew I was in. After that, they kept me on the whole fucking thing. So
Gian slid on the one. I was like,
Gian slid on the one because Dean couldn't make it. And ever since then, we threatened Dean Thomas with his job. Saying that,
Gion's very, very good.
He's entertaining, and we get the women's vote. We get the women's viewers demographic because
I love,
even though he's the newly, has a kid and he's settled down now.
The thing is, Matt, when you think about Gian as a whole, you're like, man, handsome guy, like funny, charismatic, big, strong, and then when you actually look at him and you dissect him, you're like, his face is kind of beat up. He's a little heavier. He's not ripped.
Well, he's never been. He's always been chubby.
He's got the mouthpiece and the personality.
Yeah, I know. He makes you, but when you sit there and dissect it, he stopped answering my texts.
Why? You been breaking his balls?
I mean, no. Look, we had him on the show one time. It was awesome. He's like, I'll come on every week. I'll tell you about movies. We're like, sick. We'll have like a movie buff.
He was supposed to be our movie review.
I love movies.
I don't know. He moved up to heavyweight, and that was it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, listen, it's a life change, man. He's got a kid now and everything else, which is great. So that's changing. But I like that he's getting older. Where I remember, it feels like yesterday. It feels like yesterday that he was breaking my balls when I was getting ready for the Frank Trigg fight. I was 35 years old. And I remember being like, oh man, I don't even know how does it feel to be that old? And you don't look at yourself like you're that old when you're actually like, again, I still feel like I'm a fucking kid, but that was 35. So I'm like, How old are you now, Dennis? How old are you?
33.
Well, there you go. Like in a couple of years, it's like the guy breaking your ball. You're like, wait a minute, man. So now he's got to be at least 34.
He's 34 now, Villante.
Oh, well, there you go. That old
Whoa. He's about to be 35 in August.
Well, I mean, listen. It's the circle of life, like the Lion King. It's going to happen to everybody.
Oh, you can't wait, right? To be like, well,
how's it feel to be 35?
No, he'll point out that I'm 46, which is fucking hysterical.
Yeah, but you listen. Like, well, hang on, I was the UFC champion at one point.
I'm definitely secure with being 46 and playing video games and whatnot.
What games do you play?
I am. Now listen, I'm not on here to brag.
Okay.
I just briefly touched about, when I brought up getting ready for that Frank Trigg fight, I wasn't talking about me knocking him out. I was just saying that I was getting ready for that fight. I did. I fucking knocked him out.
Dude.
Listen, I always like, it's almost like
you deserve the right.
But my point is this, and my wife makes fun of me. I am ranked number 12 in the world in standout battle royale in VR. Oh, dude, Kimura Savage. That's my avatar. Is this Kimura Savage?
Wow.
I'm fucking,
dude. I wore this shirt because we were having you on the show.
I like it. I fucking love it. I mean, you got me, you got Urijah. Fuck. You got all short, dangerous people on, including yourself.
Yeah.
Fucking great, all three of us.
He's not dangerous.
But dude, what a good game! It's basically, you ever played PUBG? I never played it.
Yes,
but that's basically what they say it is. But I jump out of a plane. You go to
me and Stan play. Me and Stan play.
No VR though. We don't play VR, man.
We don't play VR though.
Oh well, dude, I don't know. Ever since I play VR, I can't play. I don't play. I'm not a video game snob. I'll play an Xbox if it's in front of me. But I used to love Call of Duty and stuff. But once I got that fucking thing and I put that on and I look like a psychopath, you know? My wife, it's always good. You know when it's good? When my wife and the kids they're watching their fucking Who Can Dance With What and the fucking Masked Singer. So I'll be with them in the room.
You have an hour where like, all right, you guys good over here?
Yeah, man. And I'll pop up and I'll be like, oh, that's her behind the fucking chicken. And I'll go back. I'll murk. And it's fun as hell. What a fun game. You know? Come on, man. You drop because you're seeing everything, man. Like you know what I mean? Like you guys play VR at all? Or
no.
I put on a few.
Not the PlayStation bullshit. I'm talking about like Vive or Oculus Rift, that kind of shit.
I've tried the Oculus Rift where you have those two little things.
Yeah,
At Hofstra, one of the assistant coaches brought it in, hooked it up to his computer, set it up. Dude, I was like kind of sweating after my session.
Oh, no, I get sweaty for sure. I'm usually with my shirt off. Sometimes my wife will come over, hit me in my nuts and shit. But anyway, she's like, you're such a nerd. I go, because, I'm in there.
Yeah.
And I'm, listen, and it is funny because, the people on there, a lot of them they're not young kids. They're fucking, you end up knowing everybody. You get to know the people on there. The best girl on there, number one, this girl, Vinny, is this French girl from fucking France over there.
Now, do they know who you are?
Yeah, the main players do, and they end up, because we end up bullshitting. My agent, you ever watch the movie Ready Player One?
Yes.
Great movie. Right? Great fucking movie. It's a book, too.
Yeah.
People with the book like, it's not as good as the book, the movie, but I love the movie. I loved it. It's about VR and whatever. It's like a Steven Spielberg type, Robert Zemeckis type shit. But like a lot of nostalgia in there from the 80s and stuff. But what the fuck was my point? What were we up to?
All I know is Villante got fired. Matt Serra's our new movie critic. I feel like Matt Serra's a movie guy.
I'll talk movies all day long. Oh, yeah, but my guy, this kid Genova, I say kid, he's like 32 or whatever it is. He lives, he's a musician from Boston. He's like my H. He's like when the kid in there, he's got his best friend that's in the fucking thing. So I meet up with that guy. One time my wife's like, who are you talking to? I haven't put on the thing.
Number. Like you have their phone number.
Oh, no, yeah. Genova's now I actually became friends with the guy. I'll text. That's not even his first name. That's the name of his band. But listen, when I'm in there, they don't call me Matt or Serra. They call me Savage or Kimura.
Yeah.
But I do it all the top 10. I'm actually down there. I'm up the top 12, right? I'm on 12 now, which is crazy. It's a fun fucking game.
Are you twitching? Can people watch you play?
I got to get on Twitch. I was going to ask you about that.
Nice.
I got to do it. I got to fucking do it, man.
So here, wait. Anyway. Matt, we have you for a few more minutes at least, right?
I'm hanging out, man. Unless you're kicking me off. If you got someone else coming in, I'll jump off.
No, Matt, staying with the legend. Can you give us some light? You're getting pretty dark over there.
You know something? Hold on, let me put this down. So.
Oh, he hung up there.
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, but he'll jump back in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Or right there, I was like, give us some light. Like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm hanging up on him.
Give you light? Fuck you. How about this light? See you later.
He was pretty dark there. I had to ask him. But we had him going. And even I want to segue into inviting him. I'm sure he'd be someone if he came to GSB. Rick will be like, yep, whatever this guy wants.
Yeah.
$1,000 bill comped.
Yeah. And then also, like, if I get him hooked up with G Fuel, they'll...
Oh, my God. Yeah, right there. If he pops back on, hopefully he pops back on, you tell him, I'll link you up with the guys. And they've worked with Villante. I don't know if they ever worked video game aspect with Weidman, but they should have, because Weidman's killing it right now. He's like the pro sports Madden champion or some shit right now.
Really?
Yeah, he's fucking really good.
Coming back on?
Yeah, we'll ask Matt about it. He probably knows. There we go.
Better?
Yes.
So we have two Twitch hookups. Your boy Weidman's on Twitch.
Yeah, man, I know.
And
I really gotta do it, dude, because I'm fucking on there anyway.
Well, yeah, you're playing anyway, so why not make a couple bucks while doing it, or just like promotion?
Hey, listen, you don't gotta tell. I'm with you, Dennis, and especially now, I could use that extra cash. So I'm gonna do it. But it is funny. Did you ever see the movie Grandma's Boy?
Of course.
The best movie. Hang on. That is probably one of the best movies ever.
Underrated, hidden gem. I call that a hidden. I seen that in the theater, me and my wife, and it was in and out of it was in and out of theater. I'm the only guy I know that's seen it in a fucking theater. You know?
I didn't know it was in theaters.
You know what's funny? Years later, because I seen that when it came out. I actually now I'm like friendly with is Nick Swartzen, the guy that was in there.
Oh my god, I fucking love that guy.
He's been at the UFCs, and Rogan introduced me to him one time, I think. So he's such a nice guy, and I love that guy. But I bring it up because in the movie, the main character who works at the video game testing thing place. They'd make fun of him, and they'd call him the Gray Bush. And that guy was 36 years old. I got 10 years on that motherfucker. So I mean, it could be pathetic. My wife might be right.
Black Cobra, just hang around.
That's so fun.
There's big money in video game streaming right now.
I gotta do it. I have to. You know what it is? I don't even know if I get a green screen right now, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I said it. I almost don't want to talk about it because I talk about it on my podcast, and now people are just gonna think, you're bullshit. It's not that I'm bullshit. It's not that I'm lazy. It's just that I gotta fucking do it.
All right, you're a big deal.
Lazy.
I'm gonna try and make calls. I'm gonna try and make it so someone like comes to your house. They'll get on a computer, do it like.
Yeah, dude. That's the thing.
This is like, so I got like, a little character, a sponsor, me, and a race.
You do that for your Twitch?
Yeah, it's like my backdrop here.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm in my living room though when I do it, and it's gonna be weird. I mean, eventually I'm gonna do my basement, but I'm gonna do it. I play that shit so much, it makes no sense not to.
Yeah,
but
actually, Matt, the one thing that's annoying is like, so you're playing, people are typing you things, and if you don't respond, they start getting like a little like, hey, pay attention to your chat. Like, dude, I'm
look about it, but you
help people. How the fuck would we read what you're doing and fuck,
I guess they told me like with the VR, you look on your wrist and it comes up or something. Like, I don't know how that's gonna work.
In my realm, I couldn't even.
Yeah, but that's all I do. So I'm gonna definitely do that. Dude,
so PS5's coming out.
It's so satisfying. No, I'm sticking to I have the Vive Pro. What is the HTC Vive Pro? And I'm sticking to that, dude. It's just I try to play other games. Like there's some cool shit, but I always go back to this one game because it's so much. Because it's so simple, Dennis. It's like fucking kind of like Hunger Games. You drop 30 people out, and some of them bots. Not all of them are humans, but there's usually at least fucking 10 to 15 or more or less, whatever, and some good players. So you got to find a weapon or weapons. You can get places to snipe. You can camp. You can fucking go out and just go nuts. It's strategic. I don't know, man.
Walk out an area that you can walk around in your room to do this, right?
Yeah, I usually stand up or even sit down or stand up. But I don't.
You like with the controllers, like.
Nah, you'll run into a fucking wall. I'm not doing that shit. Nah, I'm pretty standing still. But you are immersed in it because it's all you see. You know what I mean? I used to like playing video games with a big screen because I'm like, I feel like I'm in it. Now I really feel like I'm in it. You know what I mean?
Now Stan, so Stan's played with me a few times. Like, I'm like middle of the pack.
Of what?
Like when I play games. Like I'm not the very best. I'm not the worst. Sometimes I'm the best. Sometimes I'm the worst. I'm in, So
it depends on the game you're playing.
In VR, it's like your natural reactions. Where like me and you are superior athletes. I feel like we have a little bit of an edge there. Whereas like these kids just gotta be quick with their thumbs and they're getting crushed.
It's fucking, I mean, listen, it's not like cardio day for me when I'm playing it, but it's fucking fun. You know what I mean?
You're natural, you're
yeah, dude. Well, listen, with the VR, like, let's say this is a controller. When I have this on and it looks like a hand. So like when I'm in here and I'm picking up something, you squeeze, you're actually picking it up. If you see somebody with a gun, you could go behind them, squeeze, take it out of their fucking hand, shoot them.
How much? All right, so what's the exact setup you have? How much do I have to? Because I've got everything else. I've got
you just need the right computer.
Switch, PS4. I've got the Ottoman Intel, whatever.
I would Google. I would just look up to get a Vive or an Oculus.
Oculus.
Or I heard the Index has something good.
Can I play with you?
Yes, you can. I play with a lot of guys on there. I heard Index is coming up with one from Steam or something. Okay. I don't know, but I heard. It's funny you're talking about this. Jimmy usually goes crazy.
No, we're like a MMA video game podcast. Like we talk a lot of video. Yeah, we talk a lot of video games here.
Good.
We drink beer. We talk about life with fighters.
Yeah,
we talk about fighting with people that don't fight.
Okay.
See what we did there?
Yeah.
No, I would love to get Nick Swartzen on. If I slide into his DM, you think he's going to answer? I do have the blue check, but
you do have the blue check, man. You never know.
No,
you know.
I'm going to try.
Don't drop my name. I don't want to be annoying. Hey, Matt told me you're gonna come on.
Or dropping your name, he'll go, Matt Serra, Dennis Munoz, 2 people that is gonna fuck me up. I'm gonna have to answer this.
How many days a week you do this?
One. We're like you, dude. We're trying to be actually like you.
We do 2 days a week.
Yeah, but we joked. When we had Dana on, we joked, and we used Coke as the reference, but we'll use Dr. Pepper here. You guys are Dr. Pepper, we're Diet Dr. Pepper. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah,
that's what we want to be.
So you're basically making a fat joke, you fuck. No, so anyway, man.
We're the diet. Hey, we're the diet.
Yeah. I don't get the analogy. But listen to me. Do you guys ever see the 2002 movie Equilibrium? I knew I'd get you guys.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Who's in that? Who's the main guy?
Batman. What's his name? Christian Bale. I'm telling you, it's interesting. It fell under the radar because they thought it was too much like Matrix or whatever. Not bad. And it gets you used to the government controlling you because they're all at a certain time in the future. Everybody stops. You see them all get their little gun out with the cartridge in it. They shoot their neck with the little Prozac pill. And eventually one of these guys, dude, it's such a I like a hidden gem.
Yeah,
I like finding movies that are like under the radar, and it's like, oh shit, that was good.
Well, I mean, you watch what's that fucking thing on Netflix about like the kind of the shit that's gonna happen? Fuck, I'm drawing a blank right now.
You're probably thinking of Black Mirror or something.
Yes, exactly, Black Mirror.
Yo, fuck that shit. I watched Black Summer. You ever watch Black Summer?
I haven't.
Zombies. Oh my dude. That's a hidden one. People didn't watch that. I don't know why. If you like, I stopped watching Walking Dead once also the people are dressing like zombies. I'm like, I go fuck yourself.
Yeah. But after the 3rd episode, you got
that, dude. You know, fucking once Rick's kid dies and it's getting all depressing, and I'm like, so I don't know. It lost me. But if you like zombie shit, check out Black Summer. Holy fuck. Oh my God.
I'm going to watch it as soon as I get off.
Black Summer on Netflix. I recommend it. What else I recommend? What I got Longo into.
Okay.
And I got one of my black belts into.
Which black belt?
Which black belt?
Yeah.
Oh, Maria Jose. It's a girl. It's my only female black belt. But I got her watching it too, so it's good for guys and girls. Vikings. Did you ever watch Vikings?
I let it sit on it for a second. I'm like, there's seasons of it, right?
There's 6 seasons. I might watch it again with my wife because she didn't watch it, and I got shit for that. But hey, man, I gotta go.
Hang on, you know my manager Ryan Parsons, right?
Yeah.
He was telling me like, yo, before your my last fight is like, start watching the show. You will fucking annihilate people. It's
a deep show though. It's good, man. A lot of just betrayals and a lot of just about belief, and it's different, good, cool characters. I mean, it got overshadowed because of fucking Game of Thrones. I'd imagine.
Yeah,
it was on the History Channel.
It looks like a Game of Thrones type show.
Yeah, but it's so good. It's not like bullshit. It's more based on real shit with the the Saxons versus the fucking Vikings versus in Wessex, and it's like based on like real history and shit. But it's fucking cool, man. What a great series. I like getting turned on to like new series and stuff, you know, especially being a married dude. So, you know what I mean? We got to watch some fucking.
No, I mean, so I'm not married. I don't think Stan's ever getting married. Do you have any like tips for us for marriage?
Well, I just had I was just married. My May 25th was 13 years.
Wow.
And I got 3 kids. And, I mean, you got to be very compatible. That's what it has to be, man. It can't be just, you know, I don't know, man. I got to yeah, I mean, my wife don't annoy me really. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, you're always going to have some shit here and there. I would always say it's not how much you fight, but how quick you make up type of thing. Like, I very rarely go to bed angry or anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's other people, there's other relationships I see, and I'm like, yo, fuck, man, they don't even like each other. You know what I mean? Like, get out of my kid.
Now, so like, on some real shit though, like, you're a complete stud. The chances of your wife finding somebody that's achieved more than you is like.
I feel pretty good about being a Hall of Famer. That's what I tell her. You know, she makes fun of me with the fuck. You're such a nerd.
Well, yeah,
I'm a goddamn Hall of Famer. I can do what I like.
If your wife worshipped you and everything you did, you'd be like,
let me see. You see what's going on here? I guess you can't really see.
No, we can see that.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. Listen, hey, I'm 46. My wife's 36. I've been dating her. I've been with her for like half my life.
That's a Stan move.
Yeah, I've been with her for a long time. You know what I mean? But no, we get along good, man. My wife too is an amazing person. At 36 years old, just before this all went down, she had a kickboxing match. She never did anything. She used to get rid of the baby weight or whatever by doing some kickboxing.
Yeah.
With one of Ray Longo's old students, this girl Carol Colombo, who used to fight for Longo 20 years ago. I know this girl so long. So she ended up like doing a thing for just women's only at the Levittown school. So my wife would go to that women's only class for the kickboxing. Then she wanted to do private lessons with Carol. And next thing you know, and she never did any kind of high school sports, never competed in anything. At 36 years old, you know, Lou Neglia puts on the events Combat at the Capitale. She had a kickboxing match there and she won. And it was cool, man. You know what I mean?
And you were single at the time or married to her at the time?
No, this was when she was 36 years old.
Yeah, this
was last year, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah. I've been with her since she's 18.
Wow, okay.
We've been together a long time. So yeah, man. So at 36, she took a fight. And that's fucking, I think that's amazing.
That's amazing.
You know?
Yeah.
And you know, the Capitale it's a real fighting environment. Whether it's an amateur, you know, she fought another girl around her age, whatever, first time fight, but it's more of getting in there, never competing in your life, and you get underneath those lights. Longo said himself, he pointed out some guys that I knew from the gym that were good. I seen them sparring, and he go, look, just, you know, he named a certain guy. He goes, that guy, you know, he up in the locker room wouldn't fight. He said, oh no, my stomach doesn't feel good. So you know what it's like, Dennis. So to get in front there and fight, that's something else, man.
The walk is something else.
And you know, I worked a corner with Carol, and I had my kids in the front row with my father-in-law. So my kids never got to see me fight, but they saw my wife fight. So it's funny.
So
you
said 3 kids. What are you working with? Boys,
I
girls?
No, all girls. 3 girls. Right. 11, 9, and 7. 6. Oh. Wait, no, 7. Fuck, she just turned 7.
Now, what's the saying? Like, a dog has girls, or only a real man has girls? There's a few.
Yeah, they say that, you know, it's a way of, you know, the powers that be getting back with you, the God, you know. You know, I listen. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I broke some hearts, but you know, my wife still always be like, "I changed you." I'm like, "All right, yeah, you know, you got the prize."
Hey. You have 2 wins: kickboxing fight, and you know,
and this guy, and number 12 in the world in standout battle royale. Sorry, you know, proud of that shit.
Hang on, let's go.
The worst is though, like if someone was a dick on there. And I fucking, you know, they get salty after I take them out when I try to say GG. You know what GG's what you say. Good game. GG. Yeah. Hey man, GG. oh, fuck you or something. Like, yeah. Before they fade away, their pixel body fades away. My wife sees me. Yeah, she sees me shooting them. Yeah, Kamaru Savage, bitches. Kamaru Savage. And she's just like, what the fuck? 46 years old. And I'm like, fucking victory, man. Fucking victory.
How much is
Mouthing off to me. They want to see that in Twitch.
Yes.
I fucking lose my shit.
1,000,000%.
Savage, bitches. That's who you're fucking with. Remember the name. My wife's like, what are you saying? I go, I know, I'm having fun.
Kid's 13.
No. Definitely with an adult. The kids, I just teabagged. I'm like, people are still teabagging in that thing.
Me and Stan are playing the video games, and we got some kid like, dude, shouldn't you be like, do you have school tomorrow? Yeah. And the kid's crushing us. We're like,
it's funny. I end up knowing most of the people that are playing on this fucking thing. Maybe because it's not as big as a lot of PC games.
Yeah.
It's So, all I know is they see that kill feed and they see Kamaru Savage taking out fucking Chicken Eater or whatever the fuck else it is.
Oh my
God. They know they're in for a fucking game. They staking their fucking boots.
So what would an Oculus run me now? Because I remember back in the day, this might go back like 3-4 years, like when the Oculus was out, right?
Yeah, I had this thing for a couple of years now, right? I upgraded to the Vive Pro. I had the Vive first. My wife was in Florida, and her cousin's like a computer guy. So she goes, look, I'm ordering this for you. You're going to like this. Because she knew I liked my Xbox. Right?
Yeah.
So I told her, she created this fucking monster. So she got me, and there was some cool games. I'm like, wow, this is really. I started with a game called Onward, which was cool. But it's like you got to work with a team and fucking. There's sometimes you got to hold off until the chopper comes, and if a buddy gets shot, you can revive him and run to. It's fucking cool. But when I found this game, I was all in. I just have to listen. I'm about having fun. I don't want to be annoyed in the fucking game and try to spend an hour trying to learn how to fucking move and man.
So I'm sure you've seen the new shit they potentially have coming out with like I've seen this guy like he's actually holding a gun. There's this like bowl that he can run in any direction.
Yeah, I saw that. My knees are shot, bro. Oh, I'm good for video games and jiu-jitsu, man. I could roll better than I could walk right now. Dennis, my fucking knees fucking blow. And it's funny. Because I got bad arthritis in the knees. I know that sounds like an old person thing, but what the fuck? It's wear and tear. So I got no cartilage in my knees. So even my kids lately been calling me a fucking zombie. Not fucking, here comes the zombie to hear me walking on the fucking thing. But I could still roll though, man. I actually rolled today. I felt fucking excellent, especially with the gi because it slows shit down a little bit.
Oh, for sure, man. I'm you know what? Because like, so I retired. I started, I'm a lineman now. Dude, I'm like 185 pounds maybe right
now. Yeah, but you hold it well. You don't got to.
Yeah, but like, Matt, you know what you once looked like?
Yeah.
And like who you are now, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I got a little quarantine belly now probably, you know what I mean? But
like for me.
I still feel powerful though. As long as I could roll, as long as I could do my jiu-jitsu, because I'll tell you right now, this was the longest, even at my fattest, I'd still do something. So this 3 months was probably the longest I ever did without actually strangling somebody. Yeah. So I just started going up again like a couple of weeks ago. Actually last week. It felt fucking great, man. I need it, dude. You need that shit for your mental health.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now. Like, Matt, I'm like, man, because like I just said, I'm 33 years old. I'm definitely not. I can still compete with the best of them. I just don't want to get punched in the face anymore and have like a judge be like, "Whoa, this guy won. You're getting half your money." I'm just like, fuck off.
Sometimes it's not about. If you could compete with them. I mean, listen, I'm telling you, I can hardly walk. I still think I could kick fucking anybody's ass. I'm nuts. But,
because you're not going to still roll.
As a fighter, you feel like you can still do that. But the point is, like, when I knew for me, you just know when it's time to walk away. And it's good you walked away on top. I remember when you walked away off a victory. Yeah. Nobody does that. Very rare do people do that.
Yeah.
I got my face, it looked like I fucking played patty cake with fucking Edward Scissorhands when Chris Lytle cut me up. I had a fucking headbutt over here, which was like a bunch of stitches, and that was my last fight. And it was a fun fight, but then I remember like people I hear somebody saying they want to fight me or something, and in the past, if I ever heard that, it would spark something in me where I would just want to destroy the guy. And I remember hearing that, and I remember literally I was about to walk out the door and go to the park with my kid, and I just said I didn't give a fuck that the guy was.
Yeah.
So once I knew that, I was like, maybe it's time to get the fuck out.
Yeah, because I was watching. I passed Alex Volkanovski a few times in some hallways, and like I was watching some newcomers come on. And I was like, tell you what, don't really want to fight that guy.
Yes,
you know.
You know what? You've done it. I mean, you had a bunch of fights, man.
Well, 10 years worth of fighting,
and what we
in the UFC.
Yeah, and when you think of that, and you think like, all right, am I gonna? Are these next how many paydays going to be? Is that going to be letting me like retire on that payday and whatnot? Probably not. Yeah. So you're smart with what you're doing.
Well, it's a weird because now I'm in PSEG. There's a pension plan. There, I got in a pretty when I'm 60, I could be like chilling.
Smart, no, dude. It's listen.
That's
what that's one thing.
I watch your guys. I watch Aljamain and Al like crushing. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
I had some real battles with those guys. Those guys are doing
really
good now,
Oh, I'm so happy for them, man. Oh man.
So am I.
Aljo did so amazing. Aljo just looked
crushed him.
And Corey Sanders
Aljo's the uncrowned champion right now.
Yeah, Aljo's really what I love about it is when you see the whole journey. Like Aljo had some up and downs and a couple of fights in a row where then when you see them like at their not weakest physically, but like just broken down after a heartbreaking loss and uncertain of things, and then to come back and beat an undefeated fighter, and then beat another guy that's coming up, and then take out some legends, and then and Aljo deserves. Listen, everybody, I love all my guys, but this was very weird times, man. Like especially with me and Ray not able to get out there, and it was just a weird vibe, and Raging Al, he took up the mantle, and he was the head corner, and the way they all banded together. I'll tell you right now, all this thing with the fucking racial tension. They should.
Insane.
A lot of martial arts schools in general, but you take one look at our team, and there's so much love there. It doesn't get much more diverse than us too. There's so many different, from Aljo to Raging Al to Marab from Georgia. It's just.
Stan's been saying it, and I was kind of like, Stan, where are you going with this? He's like, with all this racism, like one place that racism doesn't exist is in like MMA or combat sports, where like you get your ass beat by somebody. It's like you're not like I got my ass beat because he's black or because he's white. It's because like, that dude's a bad motherfucker. Like respect. It's such a place where you could be green, and if you're a fucking an animal, you're an animal.
Combat sports, racism does not exist. The old school boxing gyms, even modern day boxing gyms, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, it doesn't really exist. You go with everyone. There. Yeah, you get humbled, and you experience all these different races, and you become friends with them. So you're like, oh no, I'm friends with the Puerto Rican kid. I'm friends with the black kid. I'm friends with the Russian kid. I'm friends with an
work together to get better.
I feel the media tries to separate people, and I feel people got personal agendas, and I don't like the politics, and I just I don't feel they're definitely trying to bring people together. I really don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a weird, very strange time. But one of the things I miss most about my school is the atmosphere. You know what I mean? It's a place where I got cops going with guys that are, maybe, not cops, and, different types of people. And, it's just, there's no bullshit, man. I tell people right away, I don't want no religion, no politics in this place. You know what I mean? And
like when you were growing up, like in school, like there was fist fight. Like what school did you grow up in?
I went to East Meadow High School.
And that was black and white, mostly white, or?
Yeah, it was mostly white. Mitchell Manor was the Army base, which brought, was a bunch of different types of, all different types of people there,
But I mean, it doesn't matter. Like I don't know. Yeah. Like my dad used to say, like he grew up in it, like so he went to Huntington or what's Walt Whitman.
Yeah, that Walt Whitman is right near my Huntington school.
Yeah, there'd be dudes waiting for you. Like once you got your lunch money, like give me your money. Yeah. And there was guys that stood up for themselves and they didn't fuck with them. It didn't matter what color they were. And there were guys that'd be like, okay, here. And like they took their money.
Listen, bullies are all different.
Right.
Colors and races and whatever else. An asshole's an asshole. I judge people by the content of their character. I don't give a fuck, what color they are, and I think more people are like that than the other way. You know what I mean?
So me and Stan have been talking, like it's what everyone wants. It's like attention, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
and if you can punch I
think a lot of this shit is fucking just political. Everything right now, I really do. I think that whatever they got to do to get Donald Trump out of the office, they're going to try to keep the economy fucked up, and then who knows? I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy guy. I don't trust any motherfuckers. Once I don't trust the statistics on the COVID thing, and they don't give a fuck about the small businesses. They don't give a shit. It makes, like I said before, it makes no sense that I would have to be paying. You're not allowing me in there, but I got to pay for that. Like, why? Because the landlord's got to pay the bank. How come you're not doing something with the bank? How come everything is not on pause until shit gets up again? Why? Why are we getting fucked? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a weird, it's just a strange time. I don't, sometimes in life, like in jiu-jitsu, you take a couple steps back to take a whole bunch forward. So I know I'll go forward and take a whole bunch forward. It's just, as far as opening up, I'm getting very antsy because I'm like, yo, this is fucking bullshit. There's a lot of hypocritical shit.
Take temperatures, like, okay.
Well, no, I already got the thermometers ready, disinfecting the place, washing between. But, it's hard to see, you see people all together now. And I'm not against any protests, but you can't be, it's a good thing and all, but it's, if you're really trying to protect people, you're being very you're being hypocrites.
Right.
Because you're saying, I know thousands of you could do that because I don't want to upset anybody because I want votes and I want this and that. But you still can't open up a small business and you can't.
Right. Where there's going to be
you're shaming
30.
people. You're shaming people at the fucking beach. 3 people on the beach, one getting handcuffed and they're spending some time outside. And then you get all these people, even if it's a just cause. Is it for people's health? Because if it's for people's health, a just cause is also burying somebody else's loved ones, and they're not allowed to do it. I'm telling you, it's all bullshit. It's all political.
Yeah, I love that one meme where it's like thank God that the coronavirus doesn't spread at supermarkets, Home Depot, Walmart, but I can't open my gym.
I'm not saying the protests are bullshit. I'm saying that it's very hypocritical that they're okay with that, even encourage it. But, no, we're not going to let you make a living. I don't want a fucking handout. I don't want no money from the government. Let me open my doors. If anybody, I guarantee there's no 80-year-olds training with me. If anybody wants to train with me, they'll train with me. If they don't, that's their prerogative. It is essential right now for law enforcement, especially, to be training. Because everybody wants to attack a cop. If every cop is out there a blue belt, if every cop should be acquired to be a blue belt, and they will have, I've seen something terrible the other day on the side of a road where they were trying to restrain a guy. The guy got away, got to the car, and shot to both cops. It's like they had him down, and he got away. Freddie was telling me how they did a lot of tactical errors. But, I'm looking at it as, just as a self-defense situation, or if I was in their boots, if I was in their shoes, and they could have simply controlled this guy. They had no idea they never once. That's what jiu-jitsu is: controlling an unwilling opponent and submitting them. And they had no clue. They're on his back. They're falling off. I'm like, it's like watching the 2 worst white belts in the history.
Bro, the perfect example. You did it to that guy in the restaurant.
That's one of my favorite videos ever.
There was a meme of that.
There was a meme of that. Yeah. No, that's another meme I've seen. Is they showed like the improper way, and it was the guy kneeling on George Floyd's neck, and then they showed you, mounted double wrist control.
No, one hand, 2 wrists, like
that was. And that guy was, listen, that I'm actually so happy that happened in that situation there, because it really, it's way more important to me to equip somebody with those skills. And if any one of my students was in a situation where I was in front of their wife and kids, that guy would have embarrassed them if they don't. That guy didn't give a fuck my wife and kids were there. Yeah. That guy's like, you got a problem, motherfucker, you? And he's taking the shirt off. Imagine me getting everybody, we'd all be scarred. I couldn't look him in the face. They'd see their dad get their ass kicked by some drunk lunatic. Yeah. So now, I'm a fucking superhero. I took him that. But like, it's so funny. It's so second nature. I really had no time to think about it whatsoever. So when the second
until you had control of them, then you're like,
no. The second I grabbed them, it was just, it was really like, I'm so used to for half my life, over 20 years, I'm used to controlling guys that know how to get out. Right. I know guys that are athletic that try to buck me like a bull. I know how to keep them out on the best of them. So it's very rarely that some sloppy drunks that they get me off. So it was very comical, unless. The only part was annoying is when the guy came over, the security guys told me to get off him, but he wasn't interested. He wasn't about to go knee on belly, and he was kind of just standing over. I'm like, look, it's all good now, but if I go to get up and this guy spits on me, hits my balls, I'm going to end up punching the guy. Nobody's hurt right now. Like, fucking I'm like, you want to wait till you get your buddies here or something? Like, are you ready? And he's like, yeah. He's like, get up. He looked like John Candy from Wally World. Ever see that fucking thing? Okay, get up. Look, you fat fuck, help me out here.
And you have police officers that train at your academy.
Ton of them. I rolled with one today. Officer Joe Riley in Suffolk County.
Yeah, they come back with awesome stories of like, hey, because you're jiu-jitsu.
Oh, all the time. And I put myself like, look, I'm not a tall guy, but I look a little bit like a little fucking Rottweiler. I have a fucking thick neck. I don't look like a pussy. So for this guy to start with me, this guy had the balls to do that. And the guy was around a little bit bigger than me. He wasn't a big guy, but I don't look like a pussy. So for this guy to do that to me, of course, it's not what I tell my guys, and I tell students that come in, my wife, it's not up to you when someone's looking for fucking trouble. I don't expect anybody in my class here to look for trouble, but it might come looking for you. And you can't be like, nah, I don't, you could try to shy away, but when it does, you got to be able to take that shit out. And
it looks for Stan all the time.
What's that?
It looks for Stan all the time.
Why is that?
Well, no, I don't look. Well, I mean, look at
he's got
Stan.
A fuck face.
Prison mentality.
He doesn't. He's got kind of a fat face. He's got doughy eyes. Like he looks like little. No scars on his face, pale skin. Right? You're kind of like this guy.
He looks like a big guy. Sometimes the bigger guys get messed with.
And I guess people size me up and they go, "This guy doesn't know what he's doing." I've been training since I was a little kid.
And so Matt, so like he's come like I'm like, hey Stan, how's your weekend? Like, yeah, I had to beat up a dude. I'm like, what? Like Stan, like you're over 30 years old. What do you mean you had to beat up a guy?
How old are you, Stan? How old are you?
I'm 34.
Oh, okay, you're a young man.
So to back him up,
I try to walk away from every fight. People just keep going at me.
It's trouble.
So I'm like, Stan, like bullshit. You're looking for a little bit, whatever. So like another weekend happens, like, how to beat up a guy. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? So then Stan's with me. We're at Venetian Beach, and like me and Stan have this like chuckle, and some guy's like, what the fuck you laughing at? And I look at the guy, I'm like, he wasn't talking to me, he was talking to Stan. I had my back to this guy. The fuck you laughing at? And Stan goes like,
and were you indeed laughing at him?
No, not at all. So so Stan's like, I'm just nothing with you. I'm just laughing with my buddy. He goes, what the fuck you laughing about? And I turn around, I'm like, hey man, like this guy wanted in the worst. Like, I actually had to get in and be like, yo, guy, we're not laughing at you at all. And I just grabbed Stan and walked away. So that's where me and Stan are different. Stan will stand there and be like, dude, wasn't laughing at you. Stan would have stayed there forever.
Where was that?
Venetian Beach in
what is that? What is that beach?
That's the beach in Lindenhurst.
It's like it's on the bay.
Lindenhurst?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man! You're in Lindenhurst. Of course you're gonna get. I've met enough guys from Lindenhurst where you might as well go to the fucking Crazy Donkeys. That's still around.
Oh
no, that's on 110, right?
That was a douchebag. That's where it was douchebag heaven. I'm so happy I don't go to clubs or anything anymore. It's so unnecessary.
It's now Trento. Trento on 110 used to be the Crazy Donkey.
Yeah, I'm sure it's got the same fucking douchebags. Long Island. I'll tell you about my school. I have no Long Island douchebags. They don't last.
Well, the thing is, the more well trained you are, the more respect you have. Right?
Oh, man. I mean...
It's your least talented guys that might get into a fight.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's 100% true. I mean, that's why I was saying before with the law enforcement also. It changes your confidence, your swagger, where if you don't know how to defend yourself and something is starting to escalate, you're going to go to protect yourself any way possible. That's why they're going to be reaching a lot for the tasers and whatnot, because, oh my God, this guy's going to be, when you've tapped out thousands of people and took how many rear naked chokes and maintained mount on guys and got the rear naked choke and got the hooks in and flattened them out, and you get that sensitivity of a guy who's been on the mat a while, it just gives you a different confidence and it changes your swag, man. Where people will pick up on that. So and you could see like a dog, like you can smell fear on people when they start to get all and then a fucking aggressive fucking not so good guy, they'll pick up on that shit. A bully, they'll smell that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And I would say jiu-jitsu and combat sports are similar to riding a bike. Let's say you do it for 2 years straight and you're invested, and then you stop. It's gonna you're not gonna forget how to hit a Kimura. Like you may not be as sharp at it, but
no, for sure.
You're gonna have that security.
No, I mean, listen.
And the
longer you do it, like I couldn't tell you the wrong way out of mounts. Like I couldn't get out on the wrong way on purpose. It would feel weird if I tried to throw somebody off mount. I wouldn't even think of that. Today, I was going with a couple of my guys, like I was saying, and we were just doing back when we had the gis on too, so it's even worse. Back escapes. One guy is attacking 2 times, one guy's escaping 2 times. So there's 3 of us. I'll jump on my buddy, one guy's back, look to finish him. He escapes. I get him, cool. Jump on my other buddy. Now my other guy does it twice. So it's like a round robin thing. Exhausting because you wouldn't, I'm going with a black belt, a brown belt, and like especially with the gi, there's such small transactions where you try to rush yourself out, you're getting strangled. So there's certain ways to control the arm and to get it over, to look him in the face. Now you got to make sure he's not mounting you, and it's more tiring than passing the guard and whatnot. Sometimes when you're going with the right type of guys, and it keeps you fucking sharp. You know what I mean? And I could do that, dude. I did that. I rode today maybe 45 minutes. I'm fucking shot, man. And it was all positional training, like I was just talking about, like that type of thing. We did passing the guard twice. One guy passes twice. One guy works the guard twice. So, and it's good for me working in threes because while the other 2 guys are going, you get your breath a little bit, But, so I don't know, man. I like to do drills like that to stay sharp and, for real work.
What's my boy Jason Rao up to?
I just saw Jason today. Jason's Jason is just so world class, dude. And he's such a great guy. Now he's psyched, man. He's going to be with me in Huntington when we open up.
Didn't he have knee surgery or something?
That was a while ago. He just did a competition. He took the first guy's leg, and the other guy got like a half a guard pass, and then was staying away from Jason. Jason's, you know what I mean? Like Jason is so good, and he's such a good kid too. Good guy. But he'll be teaching jiu-jitsu for the rest of his life. He's one of those guys that's making it his life, you know.
And
it's different now, man.
He's a killer.
Like, and he doesn't want to. Some guys, like back when I was coming up, it was for fighting, and if you wanted to do the grappling too, it's cool. But now guys can make a lot of money and a living.
Yeah, you can make fucking a week's or like a month's salary every weekend.
I mean, just grappling. They don't have to even take a punch. You know, me, I always preferred jiu-jitsu for the fight. Like, I always wanted to fight either way. You know what I mean? I was a fighter before I even knew what jiu-jitsu was. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, I love the other shit too. But it's good nowadays where guys, if they don't want to ever get hit. I mean, look at a guy like Gordon Ryan, man. Gordon Ryan's making a lot of money.
What's he making? 20, 30 grand? You know,
I mean, that guy's, dude, he's submitting everybody he's going versus. So.
Well, then there's, who do we have on Stan?
Craig Jones.
He's another phenomenal man. Yeah, no, it's wild.
And Jason trains with those guys, both those guys, a little bit, right? He gets down there.
Yeah, of course. Jason goes and visits the guys over at Danaher and the crew. You know, it's nice to have that alliance. You know, I mean, I've been with Renzo since he arrived here, so.
Yeah.
You know,
look, I remember, you know, like me and you have always been good buddies, you know, and I met Renzo and I was like, hey, I want to come down to your school and train. He's like, you're cool with Matt Serra? I said, yeah. He's like, my gym's your gym, you know.
Yeah, dude, Renzo's talk about legends. Hey, you see Renzo's fight at 51 years old?
Yeah.
When he fought? Yeah, man, it's fucking beautiful.
Bro, the coronavirus might have put an axe in it, or maybe he's still going to do it. We went to Renzo's gym, and we were like, you're going to fight again? He's like, yep. And we were like, wait, what? He's like, yep.
I wouldn't put, and listen, I wouldn't put anything, I wouldn't put anything past him with that. Because he's a true, you know, he's a fighter.
And then when we're like, why are you going to fight again? He's like, because I want to go to the rest of my family and say, see, 52 years old, I'm still doing it. Still fucking people up.
That last fight, though, was so beautiful, man. I mean, because it was so precise. Single leg, threaten a takedown. The guy has to expose the back or he's getting taken down. On the back. I call that the Renzo now with the leg, body lock, straighten that leg across so he falls down, control the far shoulder, rear naked choke. It's so beautiful. So precise.
Everyone does that now.
He shows training of him doing that.
Yes. He was showing, I think, his cousin Daniel at the airport, I believe. I think it was him. Yeah. But listen, Renzo is always led by example. He was a guy that was never afraid to lose because he'd put it on the line. And, you know, he deserves all the success, you know. And it's good, man. It trickles down. Like the atmosphere that was at Renzo's, like I try to keep that at my school and, you know, people helping people type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, Renzo's amazing. He's one of the best dudes we've met doing. Menace knew him. I only met Renzo from doing the podcast when we went and interviewed him and whatnot, but I've always trained under his guys or known him in passing.
What belt are you, Stan? You train?
Yeah, it depends on who you ask.
Oh, I'm asking you.
No, it depends on who you ask. I'm a white belt to some people. I'm a black belt to other people. I'm a...
What belt? Well, who's the people that say you're a black belt? Yeah, just looking like, you can fuck with your friend a little bit. Come on, Stan, we're having fun. Who says you're a black belt? I don't know. I want to know.
Marcos Galval and Lee Rosenfeld.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
He's going to take a piss real quick.
Dennis went to go take a piss.
So, you know Marcos Galval.
I think so. I know Galval. Galval's Andrew. I know Andrew.
Not Andre. Marcos was the one who was under Shaolin.
Oh, okay. So wait, did they give you the belt or they didn't give you the belt?
They gave me the belt, but I like almost
black belt.
Yeah. You know.
Did you get any belts before that?
I got a purple belt. But you know
what happened to brown belt?
Oh, you know the gym politics? You know it.
Yeah, I do. So what happened? Did you hop around?
I've always hopped around. I never really trained in the gi. And then when I got promoted, it was almost like I can take this right now, and my actual teacher's never going to talk to me again.
Well, where do you live?
I live in Lyndhurst.
Oh, you're still here.
Yeah.
So you trained out here in Long Island?
I trained Long Island. I've been all over the place, but I trained Long Island. Yeah. I trained a little in California. I've trained in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been all over.
What do you have against the gi?
Nothing. I was trying to be an MMA fighter my whole life. So I was always into the MMA thing.
Even for an MMA fighter, anybody comes into my schools, I have that, they can't take the gi off unless they get 4 stripes on their white belt.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it that way. I think the gi has so many just because it slows everything down. Where if a guy comes in, Dennis will probably go into any jiu-jitsu school, and if he never did jiu-jitsu before, he'll be hard to hold down and guard for most people, unless he meets a better wrestler. So he'll do well. He end up tapping guys out, whatever it is. You put the gi on him, they'll be able to hold him down better. So now he's like, all right, I'm having a hard time getting up. Let me butterfly sweep. Let me work my arm lots for triangles, 3 reversals, up and overs to Kimuras. Where normally he'd be like, I'm just leaving. I'll just get the fuck up. I can get up. So it does have a purpose, I feel. You know what I mean? And let's say you're the guy on top. I'm trying to stand up in posture. If you're trying to mess my base without the gi, you could do it. There's a lot of things you could do. You try to mess it with the gi, it's like somebody ripping a rope around your neck, trying to yank you from side to side. And it gives you that statue-like posture where you can just bring guys up with you. And I don't know. So then you take it off. It's like taking the handcuffs off. So I do think it has its purpose more than people just looking at it like, oh, that's good for sport.
No, it definitely has its purpose. And if you train in the gi for 10 years and get your black belt, your ground game is fucking solid. Yeah, every area. Yeah.
But Matt, so Greg DePasquale he was trying to get me in gi throughout my whole MMA career. I was just like, you can understand that you only have a limited time or energy for training he always wanted me to get in the gi in the off season, if you will, in between fights.
I think
and then when we get a fight, but I was just like, I don't fight with the gi, so I don't.
No, I hear you. It's something. It's fun. Like right now, I like it because it slows shit down. My game, you could take the leg locks away a lot easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're all slippery. They're sliding around you. You try to fucking get different escapes and stuff too. But it's definitely easier to control guys and get them off you with that. And I don't get worm guardy with it. I don't do one of those things where you got to undress a guy and fucking. I'm a simple motherfucker. I like to get cross-eyed. There's some certain strangles I like that way. I like to be behind somebody. And everything I could do with a fucking North Face jacket, I could do with the gi. And that's what I treat it. I treat it like a fucking jacket. From sweeps to strangles. But I don't go nuts with it. I still Kimura. I still mount. I look to pass, mount, finish. You know what I mean?
And then that's the other funny thing is so in the gi, I know a handful of moves. I know 10 gi moves really well. I don't know the other 1,000 that there are.
Yeah, but man, I'll tell you right now, I am a fundamental. When I'm at my school, I'll probably teach more fundamentals classes, more beginners classes than I will advanced classes. I finished some of my black belts with fucking Americanas still. P-locks. You know what I mean?
Not even touching the gi. Yeah.
And with or without, so I'm saying with or without the gi, my game doesn't change all that much. You know what I mean? So I love the fundamentals. I really do, but I don't close my mind to any of the new shit.
I don't know if it's I don't know if I've had the honor or the torture of rolling with Matt Serra.
I don't think we rolled yet.
No, we've never had. What I'm saying, I don't know if it's the honor or the torture. I don't know.
Nah, I don't know, buddy. But listen, you're always welcome to come down, Dennis.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
He just
a bunch of weight.
He just invited you for some torture.
No, we'll have fun. I saw your Kimura attacks. I love it.
And I was like, hey, Stan, why don't we maybe attack this together?
You know what's funny? Can I tell you something right now? Dennis, want to hear something funny? Yeah. One of your, it might have been your last fight. I'm not sure.
Against Edwards.
When you had the Kimura, and you went forward and you rolled over and still had it, right? Yeah, listen. I know this. You probably forgot it.
My forearms were juiced. I remember that.
I teach such a scenario that I swear to God, I thought
over the head, right?
I thought I actually showed it to you.
I think you did,
dude. Because listen, I'm not taking credit for it, but I remember after the fight because you were visiting my school, and I definitely do it where if you're stuck in half guard and you have the Kimura, I usually like to pass, but if I don't, I go all the way forward, and then if they get on top of me, yes, go forward, bring your opposite shin in to get out. But even if that doesn't work, I will invite them to get on top of me. They go to get on top of me behind their back. I will roll them over a la Frank Mir versus Minotauro, where he broke it. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you did that in the fight. And I got so psyched that I'm sure your coach showed you. But for some reason I thought I did. So you were going to come on unfiltered. You were on unfiltered. And again, this was a while ago because it was our old studio. So I remember telling the guys, I felt like an idiot because I told Chris, the producer, and Jimmy, I go, yo, I'm going to bring up that Kimura. Let's see if he brings up that I showed it to you. And then we brought it up. You're like, oh, my coach was showing me last week. I go, I'm telling the guys, I'm like, bring it up. Because it probably wasn't me that showed you. But I thought it was. You know?
But real quick,
yeah.
with MMA gloves, your hands being taped, there's so much more fatigue on the grip.
Yeah.
Right?
It could be difficult. Yeah, it could be hard.
Like,
but
regular hands, you're like, yeah.
Sakuraba took out the whole Gracie family with that fucking Kimura single leg defense. You know? I love the control of the Kimura. I like where it leads to good places. It's good for single leg defense. It's good for, I do something where the sit through Kimura where I'm cross-eyed. I get, like I'm going north south. Once I'm over the shoulder and a guy's an underhook, I'm lighter. So when he goes to come up, I basically stay heavy.
Wow.
I sit up and I do a sit through where that arm's waiting for me. And I don't know. It's fun to set traps with, reversals. I don't know. I'm going to do an instructional sooner or later with that one. I like that.
So let's say people, don't live on Long Island, but they want some of Matt Serra. Is there videos they can buy or a website or anything like that?
Hopefully sooner than later to make up for some of this fucking money in this hard time. I was going to do an instructional.
I saw you jump on Renzo's instructional a little bit.
Yeah, and I was just shooting the shit because I like that. I did some Kimura stuff there too.
Yeah.
But that was just Renzo. I was in the city one day and when I was doing the podcast and they're like, yo, you want to do it? Yeah, I'll do anything for Renzo. Renzo, oh my God, gave me this life I live now.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah, man.
Oh, I'm there too. I would almost do anything for Renzo. Renzo's a huge Menace and the Man fan. Like, ever since we had him on, I don't even need to tag him or anything. He retweets, reshares almost everything we do.
Now,
how the fuck did we get
so you're the man?
Yes. Rhymes with my name.
Stan the Man.
That's good. I like that. Now I'm gonna remember you. I'm not gonna forget.
Matt, one time me and Stan got into like a little we were we always fuck around with each other. He's like, listen, dude, without me, you can't do the show. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I could get any man. You can't do it without the Menace. only me and Michael Johnson could be.
That's true.
Menace and the Man. And, Michael Johnson and me with any other man. The show's something.
If you ever get Michael Johnson on, find out why he's the Menace. It doesn't rhyme with anything. Wait. Menace, maybe Menace and Mike the Menace. I don't know. What the fuck? Anyway,
I'll get him on next week, and then we'll. Yeah.
Well, guys, I pretty much shot the whole shit with you guys. I mean, look at this. It's fucking 8:55.
Love it.
That was a fun show.
I didn't want to tell you that, but when we get people on and we're like, hey, 15, 20 minutes, and then they're on for 45 minutes, an hour, we're like, hey, awesome talking with you. Hey,
well, listen, man, I'll do it again. And you guys are going to check out Vikings, and we can talk about that next time. And you're always welcome to come on anytime you want, Dennis.
So, with that being said, let's say you're not feeling good, you can't go in the studio. I will surely fill your shoes, or vice versa. The comedian isn't a bad way. He can't come in. Menace will come right in there.
You're saying the Kimura Savage and Menace show.
Hey.
That could be something, man.
Listen.
But you have to get on Vikings, so at least we can talk about that.
Oh, and even that, Matt.
How much time? So I've got weeks before I get.
This is what I tell you. I would say watch the first 3 to 4 episodes, see what you think.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, and it only gets better. Holy fuck.
How long?
Ragnar. What?
How long is each episode?
Oh, I don't fucking know. But it's the average time of an episode.
45 minutes an hour?
Yeah, less than that, I'd say.
Okay.
But it's fun.
Before we let you go, Matt, we talked very little fighting. We'll get your take on one fight. Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns. How do you see that one going?
It's hard to, I made the mistake of, hindsight's 20/20, but it's almost hard to pick against Gilbert after how great he's been looking. I thought Tyring was going to be too powerful, too big. But Kamaru, Tyron never uses. He usually uses his wrestling. I mean, he'll do a double leg here and there, but but he does. Defensively, yes, exactly. He kind of does like a Justin Gaethje with it, where that's not how Kamaru works. Kamaru's whole thing is to strike and to get into that range of putting the guy down. So could Gilbert but Gilbert's got very slick jiu-jitsu, so that could also come into play on the floor. I'm going to say I think Kamaru's going to Kamaru by decision is the route. Is probably the pick I'd make. But I almost hate to say. I mean, I'm a Gilbert fan. I think Gilbert's a fucking beast, and I'm a jiu-jitsu man too. So I love his fight with Damian Maia was on the floor. So much more was going on than meets the eye. Where he was trying to match him in jiu-jitsu, to try to play with him jiu-jitsu, where Damian Maia had to make certain moves. Otherwise, he'd give up a position, and in doing so, Gilbert would use that to get back to his feet instead of just trying to get back to the feet and get strangled. Even when he had the back, there was movements where he escaped. Oh, my God, it was really good.
In the last 5 years, that's probably had been one of your favorite matchups.
Yeah. Oh, it was up there. I mean, there was so much going on in that fight, and Damian Maia I'm a big fan of his, too, because I love what he does. So I enjoyed that fight very. I thought, it's hard to pick. And Gilbert looked amazing versus Ty. It's really hard to pick versus Gilbert, but, Kamaru is he looks fucking amazing.
So I want to throw one thing out there. I set the stand went. So you train with a lot of guys, right? A lot of guys that are really, really good, right?
Yep.
And you know exactly how it goes in training. And if you think you have something like, let's say there's a guy you go with and that just smashes you. Opportunity push comes to sudden, you're be like, I know you're going to smash me, but I want to fight you. There's got to be an element where you're like, yo, I think I could fucking win. Like either something that we do together where like, I know where I'm at. Like, yep, I want you, motherfucker. Like you're my boy, but I know I got kids to feed too. I think I can beat you.
So you're saying that's Gilbert? What are you saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let's say,
they're training, but training's training, fighting's fighting. So, it should be similar, but at the same time, is he jumping in some rounds with him? There's times where I used to fight, I split up. I'd be doing, one guy's in for 3 minutes. I'm doing 6-minute rounds, 3 minutes with one. Some guy, they split up rounds. So the guy who's jumping in the last round, does that guy think he can really kick my ass? So, you know what I mean? So who knows what kind of training they're doing together? I'm sure they're training together, but who knows how much? But you got to be confident, man. And Gilbert's been on a tear lately. So
even I said it to Menace today. You saw Usman switch camps.
Did he?
Usman, at least for this fight, he's going to Denver. Trevor Whitman, Justin Gaethje to get ready for this fight.
That's very, very interesting, man. But I would still say, because of the wrestling and the fact that Gilbert fought at 155 at one point, even though he looked big, or Tyron didn't look as big, or whatever it was, he looked big in the Tyron fight.
Yeah, no, he's a big motherfucker. I've stood in front of that motherfucker sparring, and when he was at 55, I'm like, I don't feel safe in here.
That wrestling, I think, is gonna. I mean, the only. And I hate to say similar because he's his own animal in there, but RDA is just another guy that's got that kind of style. And you see how Kobe, wait, did Kamaru fight RDA? No, did he?
Yeah, he beat him.
Yeah, he dominated.
Gilbert and RDA are two different jiu-jitsu level guys. No, you're gonna put them in the same ballpark.
I would say RDA is very good in jiu-jitsu too. Yeah,
he's very good.
Yeah, and he's a guy that fought at 170 and at 155, and he's all. I mean, he strangled Neil Magny down there. You know what I mean? Neil Magny's not a little guy. He's had very good jiu-jitsu, but the top wrestlers were able to, like Kobe and Kamaru, were able to just dominate him with the wrestling. And he got back up. He always got back up, but see, Kamaru. I mean, listen. But Gilbert is very dangerous. He's fine. He's probably more active now with the jiu-jitsu than RDA is. But I think
here's where I think you have a really good point in terms of the wrestling is going to work. Is like, let's say, like, I remember there's guys I've worked with the very first time I ever went with them, their jiu-jitsu worked on me. And like, all right. But like, I kept going with them, and my wrestling, I figured out how to use my wrestling to take them down and control them without getting tapped out.
Yeah.
Those guys have probably figured that out over the years of training. Yeah. We're like, come on, hey, if I take him down this way, he's going to go for this. If I take him down that way.
Listen, he could just get up on the scorecards with, with just the wrestling dominance, but listen, this is why they fight. Listen, I also thought Damian Maia was going to be too much. I also thought Tyron Woodley. You're asking maybe the wrong guy. I shouldn't be maybe picking against the guy because he's looking like such a stud lately,
Well, it's if it's completely stand up, I think Kamaru has more crisp.
Yeah, but it's not striking. Though. And Carmen and Kamaru knows that.
To be honest with you, I think Burns probably hits harder.
I'd say that's fair.
Who slept more guys?
Yeah, but this is also a reason why I think Kamaru's going to be just heavily leaning on his wrestling. You know what I mean? To this day, hasn't failed him yet, man. Right. He's a big boy too. Look what he did to Tyron. I know it was even more dominating.
Hang
Gilbert.
On, he didn't go to the ground with Maia.
Who's that?
Usman.
Didn't.
Yeah. No,
didn't go to the ground with Maia.
That's smart. Yeah.
Right, but with Burns, if he stays standing, Burns has really, really good knockout.
Yeah, but I think Burns and Maia. I mean, Maia's got one way to beat you. Burns has a few different, but
very exciting.
I think Burns. Very exciting fight. Like we could talk about it for days, but if you ask me my opinion, I'm gonna say Kamaru by decision. But it's really almost foolish of me to again to go Burns.
So on the Menace, so Stan, what are the odds?
Gilbert's the underdog right now.
So we have three ways to pick a fight. You have who you think's gonna win, who you want to win, and if you're betting, who do you put your money on?
I don't bet. I never did.
Yeah, but I don't.
You're saying a hypothetical. No, I'm just saying. If you ask me who I think, I'm saying.
Is it worth it to put money on the underdog? Like $10.
Listen, Gilbert's already. Look what he's proven. So
right.
This ain't a mismatch. I mean, shit. This is close to a gimme. I mean, it's a close fight.
Gilbert right now is plus 170. So not a huge underdog, but a little bit of underdog. So here, Matt, we'll let you get out of here. One last one.
Guys.
Let's not go into. We'll try to avoid a discussion, but Dan Hooker, Dustin Poirier, who you got winning there? It's tough.
That is a
Dan
tough
Hooker
one.
throws these crazy angled strikes that could put you to sleep.
You know what? That's a rough one. I'm gonna say. Dan Hooker is fucking.
Right, so, hang on.
I'm gonna say, listen, Felder. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you the answer tomorrow on UFC Unfiltered, guys. Thanks for talking to me, man. I had a good time.
Check out UFC Unfiltered tomorrow,
guys. Hey, thanks for having me. All right.
Thanks for coming on, Matt. Awesome time.
I'll talk to you soon, man. Take care, guys. Bye bye.
Take care,
Peace.
Matt.
Later, guys.
Wow, great outro.
Yeah, that was good.